Hello and welcome. Today is the second day of November 2014. My name is Derek. Welcome to today's silver chart analysis with action down close to 2% on Friday after it was down 3 2/3% on Thursday, or down 25% from this high that was a really low to begin with. Thus price action at $16.16. And I can say this is all being done on the Crimex, but I don't think that would be fair to say because a crime is defined as doing something unlawful. So is it against the law for the market makers to manipulate these markets as they wish with what people call paper silver? I call it digital silver. Well, I guess that is up for opinion because quite frankly, not all laws are supported to be good ones. A key example, the legal tender law, thus destroying the free market. Free market states that if you want to decline something as payment, a free market would let you do so. Of course, that is not the case here. But as far as chart analysis is concerned, two key levels of resistance, new resistance that used to be support, 16 2/3, and then of course up here is about the low 17s, and it's got a long ways to go for price action here. I'll be saying it's got a long ways to go, and this level here, long ways to go, as well as much higher on that. Let's switch the time frame up to the weekly term time frame, and for the week, down over 6%, and another hit of this lower band from this point in here, well below this declining 18 average. I've given you the two resistance levels on the daily time frame, and here the resistance level is high 18s, low 19s as the next significant area. Fibonacci, we're looking at Fibonacci from the 49.81 high, and whatever the low happens to be, which right now is at 15.81. So maybe it'll this line will come down to here if market action continues to get lower. But for now, after this level of resistance, you have the 20 area, 20 3/4. This key high at 24, and there's just so many different levels of resistance. Let's look at this now on the monthly chart. And of course on the monthly chart, multiple hit within this significant Fibonacci line from the $4 breakout lows. And of course this $50 high, which happens to be down 2/3 of its value right now. Therefore, key support levels, too. I've already talked about the mid 14. I'll give the Fibonacci for that on the next time frame, which works out to, well, you can't see, I guess, previous resistance in here. So that would be one of the next key areas, as well as that lower band, which is in at 1386 right now. Here's a situation where the market was going sideways within the band, broke key support, resisted it in here, thus now breaking support to resisted areas within the band. Will this be a failed breakdown? Maybe, maybe not, but the last so many breakdowns have not failed. All the breakouts thus far have failed, of course, since this point in here. Let's finish this off within the yearly time frame, going back to 1915, very close to when the reign of the Federal Reserve came into existence, as I'm talking about the key Fibonacci level in at 1443, which is looking at the 25-cent low. The $50 high is not seen in about over 1/3 of a century. Those are the key levels, and within, of course, this 18 average, this thing, of course, should be consistently bullish on the long-term time frame as the fiat currencies continuously get devalued. But of course, the COMEX, I guess not the Crimex, because I guess it's unlawful. I guess it's lawful for them to manipulate the way they do. I don't know if it's unlawful for them to do it. It is Crimex. I'll leave it at that. But with that being stated, you had this big area here up into this band where we're in the support area. Of course, this is the breakdown area that didn't break down, thus failed breakdown, fast move to the upside, and having its second support test thus far within the rally, the first one being in here. Therefore, the 18 average of lows right now is set in at $13.30. mathematically speaking, if this thing starts to break lower and then holds in here for a few years, and you can talk about the possible failed breakout, breakdown. But I remember back in here, just watching some JSNIP 4 videos where he was talking about the powers that be, manipulating this thing large to the downside to ensure that they can get it at the absolute fire sale and beyond cheapest prices. If that's what they're doing, I don't know. But of course, 1616 does seem that way to me. From this low, it's up 63 times, which really isn't that much. At that point, the Dow Jones was 42. And 42 multiplies 63, well, 42 multiply 100 would be 4,200. So based on that, if the price of silver has well underperformed that of the Dow Jones, which of course is not manipulated to the same degree as this is, but let's face it, every single chart, every single market out there is heavily manipulated. I have a star for medium volatility. The reason why is because I'm starting the volatility here when the prices actually started to move. So at 40% for the year thus far, right in within the normal volatility it has been facing over the last 50 years or so, a little less than 50 years. So that'll be it for today's video. Thank you for tuning in and have yourself a great week. Bye-bye.